Hello there, World of Tankers. I'm Blitz, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my top 5 picks for vehicles that should be added into World of Tanks Blitz. Now, the way I'm going to be doing this video is very quickly. I'm going to be loading up World of Tanks PC, and I'm going to be showing you guys tech tree tanks and tier 10 vehicles that I feel should be added as an entire line. It could be a brand new nation. It could be an addition to a nation that's already in the game. But I'm going to be telling you my favorite vehicles that should be added from World of Tanks PC into the World of Tanks Blitz universe. So of course, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below if you agree with my decision on tanks that should be added, vehicles that you personally want added into the game as well. They don't have to exist in the World of Tanks PC universe. They can also exist in the Valkyria Chronicles. They can exist all around. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But other than that, I hope you guys do like this type of video. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you do. Shows me that you guys really do love and support this type of content. So let me know in the comments down below. But other than that, let's get straight into it. So getting straight into it, jumping into 5th place, we have the AMX M4 MLE 54. Now this is a tank I actually wanted to grind. You can see I tried going up the line. I got to the BDR G1B, but I sort of gave up just because it's a very hard line to grind down. But if you'll notice, by the AMX M445, there's 2 different tanks you can go for. You can go for, of course, the AMX 5100, which goes to the 50B, which we all know and love, or something that I would love to see added into the Blitz, being the super heavy French tank line. So it branches off into the 65T, the M4 MLE 51, and the MLE 54. Now, where have we heard MLE before? That's right, the Tier 8 French heavy tank, which is the only super strong, heavily armored French tank in the game, being the MLE 49. Well, this tank here is another super heavy adaptation to that in World of Tanks PC. I think the tank looks absolutely boss. You would not want to fight this thing if you saw this aiming at you. You can see that massive gun on it. I think it does 490 damage, a 130 millimeter. The upper plate on this tank is extremely thick, around 330 millimeters thick. The lower plate as well is very, very thick. It's very hard to penetrate the frontal armor on this tank. Looking at the side armor, that's where this tank is very, very weak, just like pretty much all the French heavies. The side armor is very, very easy to shoot with high explosive, and the same for the rear. And as well, that massive turret, while it is super thick on the front, as soon as you get the side of it, is a very, very big weak spot. I think that this tank would be excellent to add to the game because it brings a lot of variety. You can see the tank looks absolutely amazing. It's got 10 degrees of gun depression. It has 2 guns you can put on. It has a smaller gun and as well a much larger gun dealing 600 average damage. I think that just the entire concept of this tank coming into the game would be cool, a new tank that really hasn't been seen in the Blitz universe yet, and as well bringing an adaptation of armor into the French tech tree. Into 4th place, we have the TP, otherwise known as the Polish heavy tank line. Now, it's actually a mix of vehicles. You can see starting off, it starts as a light, which pretty much all lines do at the Tier 1, and then it goes into a couple medium vehicles, ranging down to the Tier 7, Tier 8, Tier 9, and 10 being all heavy tanks, and this is a very, very nasty line at that. This would be an own line of its own. I guess they could put it into the European line, sort of as a little mixed jungle there, but the 60 TP is the main tank that catches my attention. You can see this tank has a massive gun going for it. It carries a 152 millimeter gun. Now, where have we heard a gun like that size before? Well, you'd look at an E100, which is a much, much larger super heavy, but this is sort of like a Russian design. It's very low to the ground, very low profile. It's got a Russian type turret, very thick as you can see, does have weak spots on the top being cupolas, but overall it's a very low down tank carrying a massive gun dealing 640 average damage, or at least that's what it would be in Blitz. So I think that again, this would be an awesome tank to bring into the game, and not to mention World of Tanks is already thinking of adding the 50 TP into the game, which is probably going to be coming actually in update 7.0, which is already out as we know. So I actually think that the 50 TP will be coming into the game within the next couple of weeks. I'm going to have to try it out, but I think that it might be foreshadowing to the Polish heavies be coming into the game. Let me know what you guys think. I think that this tank looks absolutely amazing. The armor profile looks boss on it. That turret is huge, just like the AMX, and I think that this is another tank that would be excellent in World of Tanks Blitz, bringing a different type of playstyle and another king of alpha on the heavy tank class. Getting into third place, we have the Object 430U. Now, looking at the Russian tech tree, you will see it is massive on World of Tanks PC. And that's because, of course, World of Tanks is a Russian company, so they want to add a lot of Russian vehicles. And while the only tier 10 I have unlocked is the IS-4, you look 2 tanks down and we have the Object 430U. Now, taking a look at this vehicle, you can see just how cool of a tank it is. It looks sort of like a WZ-113, but wait a second, this is a medium tank. Now that upper plate is actually about 300 millimeters thick, which is about the same as a WZ-113. Now the side armor isn't amazing, but neither is a 113's, and the lower plate isn't great either. But the thing that this tank has is mobility, and it also carries a super strong Russian turret. Now Quickie Baby has said many times in his videos that this is one of the best tanks for beginners to go for. It's got an amazing gun, crazy damage per minute. Overall, this is one of the best tanks in the game for beginners and experienced players just because it's such a forgiving playstyle and it looks so good as well. This is a tank that I would love to see put into Blitz, maybe to be able to counter a vehicle like the T-22 Medium. But the only issue I have with this tank coming into Blitz is I want it to come in as a tech tree vehicle, giving a lot of people the fair chance of getting it, because this tank has a lot of money riding on it. I honestly think that if Wargaming brought this in as a premium vehicle or collector, they would make a crap ton of money off of it. So I really hope Wargaming doesn't do that, and if they're going to add this tank into the game, it comes in at the tech tree, because it would be such a fun tank to grind down and would bring so many people into the World of Tanks Blitz universe. Hold on, just wait a second though. We are not done with the Russian tech tree just yet. Jumping into second place, we have the ST2. If you'll take a look at the KV3, it branches off straight into the KV4, which it normally does on PC, breaking up into the IS-4, and then as well it can branch into the IS-2, the IS-3-2, and as well the ST2. And this is a truly amazing line. You may be asking, what is the 2 standing for that makes it so different than the ST1? Well, yes, that's right. It has a double barrel system on it. This is really amazing for me. I've played these tanks a little bit on the test account, and it's absolutely amazing to be able to whiff literally 800, 900 hit points right off of the enemy, firing these guns simultaneously. You can also fire them as single shots. I absolutely love the idea of the tank being in the game. And the sort of balancing factor they have is, first of all, you'll notice that the tanks are all down tiered by one class. Instead of it being the IS-4-2, it's the ST-2. So you're grabbing a tier 9 hull and bringing it into a tier 10 vehicle. So that first of all nerfs the hull armor on the tank, which would be fine in Blitz, and as well Blitz could definitely nerf the DPM on this tank, the dispersion values. I just think it would be amazing having a double barreled heavy tank in the game. And placing in the number 1 spot, we have the American tech tree. Now, just kidding. We go down to the Swedish tanks, and you can see the literal line is outlined in gold. That is just how special it is. But this is the Stridsvagn. This is the tier 10 Swedish tank destroyer, and this is a line that everybody has been begging Wargaming to bring into Blitz ever since it debuted in World of Tanks PC. One of the most popular updates ever hitting World of Tanks PC. Now, what makes this vehicle so special? You take a look at it, and yeah, it's kind of a funky looking tank destroyer. It's got some cool attributes looking at it, but you look at that gun, wait a second, there's no mantlet. It's fixed in place, and that's because this has a brand new concept in the game called hydro-pneumatic suspension. Now, what that means is you can literally lift the back wheel on this tank up or down, changing the gun depression angles on this tank a crazy amount, also messing with the armor when you are in siege mode. Now, that's a whole different story to talk about this tank if it ever does have the ideas of coming into Blitz, but this would be an amazing vehicle to see there. Of course, the gun also doesn't turn to the left and right, so you have to do that manually as well when playing this vehicle, but it is a dead-eye accurate tank destroyer. In fact, this would probably be more accurate than the Leopard 1. Everybody has been begging Wargaming to bring this tank into the game. It looks absolutely awesome, and the idea of hydro-pneumatic suspension coming into the game would be completely groundbreaking for the Blitz ideology. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below of the vehicles I have picked. If you agree with my decisions, if you disagree, or you think I'm absolutely smoking something, as you have no clue what I'm talking about on all of these choices. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below if you have your own choices as well, which I'm guessing many of you do. But other than that, I hope you're all doing well out there. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video. If you didn't, let me know in the comments down below why you did not enjoy it, if you thought this video sucked. But other than that, guys, I hope you're all doing well out there. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.